Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 2 in season number 3 of the NOFSRL ARCA Racing Series, presented by Krispy Kreme. Tonight we come to the South Boston Speedway for the Herr's Potato Chips 200. 40 laps of action around the 0.4 mile speedway in South Boston, Virginia. Only 34 drivers on the racetrack when they get the second win of the season. Passing here is not very frequent, so it's good to get a good jump at the start. We saw qualifying yesterday. Saw Jonathan Logan with the pole in the number 32. I'm alongside John for this one, the first short track of the season. We have 5, I believe, short tracks. Maybe it's only 4, but a good number of short tracks this season for the ARCA Series. So for those guys in the back, I think they're going to be using this race as an experience race to get good experience for the rest of the season.
Most likely, seeing how short tracks really apply to those who start in the front or start in the inside. The guys running in the back are just going to get notes for the rest of the short track races for the season and hope that they have the ability to be at the front of the start of the race for the rest of the short track races later in the year.
We got Toledo on the schedule, very similar to this racetrack, Iowa and IRP, and I believe those are the only short tracks you have this season, but still, 4 short tracks in a 13-race season. That is over a quarter of the season that we're on short track. So ARCA Series definitely goes to these short tracks, and we love them here in the ARCA Series, and this will be no exception. And on the pole, like I said, number 32 of Jonathan Logan, first career pole here on Napa Fan alongside him. Number 98 of Nathan Fame got the second fastest time yesterday. Row number 2 sees Lauren Martinez in the number 46. She's got a good chance at possibly taking the points lead at the end of the day, as she does come into this race, like I said, only 8 points behind. Alongside her is the number 99 of Jonathan King. Got the defending ARCA Series champion Nathan Stapleton alongside Jonathan Wong. The 66 of Ryan King are alongside Derek Hamill. Tuti Yarmachuk and Julio Caesar in row number 5. It's race 2 of the season. The Herr's Potato Chips 200 from South Boston is green here in Virginia. And Jonathan Logan holds on to the lead on lap 1. But Lauren Martinez is all over the back bumper of the number 32. A little crazy back in there. Saw some cars almost to the inside wall down the front stretch, but it does appear that everybody is clean and green right now. Martinez holds on to second. Stapleton, Ryan Kingart, and Jonathan Wong, the top 5.
Jonathan Logan went a little wide on that first corner, and that was very surprising to watch because he should have been able to just hold steady on the inside line, but went out wide, allowing Martinez to close up on him, and the 15 car too.
These top 3 are right on each other. One mistake by one of these guys, and you're going to have a car to the inside of you. Right there, Lauren Martinez trying to find a way around Jonathan Logan. She wants that bonus point for leading a lap here, and here at the South Boston Speedway, it is difficult to get up front. But Martinez is going to do it to the inside of Jonathan Logan on lap 5, and she's going to clear him for the lead. She won't clear him, but she'll get the lap lead and a bonus point for Lauren Martinez as she takes the lead away from Jonathan Logan on lap 6.
Martinez must have that Empire Racing car dialed in, being able to get past Logan, and now we have the 66 car.
Ryan Kinghart
able to close in very quickly on Jonathan Logan, and now we almost have a battle for second as well.
And I believe the yellow is out. Trey Bartow around in the 18, and upside down, it's Isaac Redmond, the runner-up from last weekend at Daytona. And I hope he gets off the racetrack here, and thankfully he did. We had like 4 wide coming right on him, and they could have hit him, but thankfully they didn't. So Lauren Martinez is going to have to face a restart here early on. And they're jamming it up at the back of the field, but I think everyone's going to be fine here as they're trying to figure out where everybody is. A tight racetrack, it makes for a very interesting cool-down lap, I can tell you that. But Trey Bartow and around Isaac Redmond had a wall ride in the number 25, and the Season 1 champion Nick Smith with heavy damage as well in the number 7. And it does appear that he will get back out there. I think Redmond is done. It's a tough break for the runner-up from last weekend at Daytona. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here in the Herr's Potato Chips 200 from the South Boston Speedway. Well, this was a very long and extended accident. That's Thomas Troxel hitting the outside wall off at turn 4. Brad Stover is there in the 27. He then gets into Trey Bartow in the 18. And there's Fisher G with a bit of damage right there. Isaac Redmond then gets popped, and then he hits Nick Smith and Wallride for the runner-up from last weekend at Daytona. And those fans right in those stands got a very good view of the other side of his race car. Tough break for Nick Smith and Isaac Redmond. He got popped right there as Bartow hit him, and Nick Smith was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Unbelievable accident here at South Boston.
Thomas Troxel being pushed wide by the 52 brings in a lot of other cars, and you see the Isaac Redmond 28 car being pushed up into the wall by the 7 of Nick Smith and slowly rolling down the track in turns 1 and 2.
And we're going to follow with Isaac Redmond here. And it happens right ahead of him, and Bartow hits him, and then right there, he hit Nick Smith at the wrong time and into the outside wall upside down. Not exactly what Redmond was expecting here tonight at South Boston.
Practically rolled up the left front tire of Nick Smith to get up onto the wall.
Tough break for Redmond. I think he's going to be the only guy knocked out after this one because Trey Bartow's still out there in the 18. Nick Smith got back out there as well. Lauren Martinez is the leader in the number 46. Let's see what he does on the restart here at the South Boston Speedway. And we are back here at the South Boston Speedway. Lauren Martinez holds on to the lead in the number 46 with Jonathan Logan, Ryan Kinghart, Jonathan Wong, and Tuji Yarmachuk in the 54. He was running up front at the ARCA race until he got involved in that big accident. But he's definitely showing his stuff here tonight at South Boston. Back to racing in the Herr's Potato Chips 200. Martinez holding on to the lead.
Got an okay start, but Jonathan Logan also got a pretty good start. And as we see, Martinez is starting to go a little bit wide, allowing Logan to try to get back on the inside. And Logan is making his move. Martinez went wide. Logan practically forced her wide, and Logan should be able to clear for the lead coming onto the front stretch right about now.
And he's got it in the number 32, the pole sitter back up front here at South Boston. Martinez falling back. These guys way up the racetrack. Here comes Jonathan Wong in the 34 for second on Lauren Martinez. A very bold move there. Didn't think that would stick, but it looks like it will for the pole sitter from last week. So both of our pole sitters are 1-2 right now here at the South Boston Speedway. And Jonathan Logan trying to pull away from the rest of the field. And Nick Smith, I believe, is back out there. He's still got a bit of damage on the number 7. Isaac Redmond in the 28, the only guy out of this race so far here at South Boston. Great run there for Jonathan Wong. Got some 3 wide back in here. Ryan Bautista, Trey Wright, Nick Kennedy. They keep it together, and we remain green here at South Boston.
I did notice that Logan has been going a little bit wide, but it's not really hurting him. It's more or less just messing with his line, and the fact that Jonathan Wong is running practically a better line just in general, allowing Wong to close up too.
He's definitely closing in a little bit on Jonathan Logan, but with the single file, it gets a little hard these guys to make passes at the start of the race, and on the restarts they're all bunched up, and that's why we're seeing Jonathan Logan out front right now. He was right behind Lauren Martinez, and watch out for Nick Smith right here. Oh, that's not gonna help the number 32 that much. Nick Smith came back out onto the racetrack as he is coming in, coming out quite frequently from the pit lane to repair the damage on that number 7. He's going to come back down right here. He's got to be careful because if he slows down at the perfect time, somebody will run into him and cause a huge accident, and we really don't want to see that again here tonight. Logan pulling away now from Jonathan Wong. Nathan Stapleton trying to find a way around Ryan Kinghart. That is for the 3rd position. And Stapleton wants to defend this championship, I can tell you that. And it's only 13 races. Each race is highly important towards the championship. You got to get these points now if you're going to have any shot when we come to Talladega in December. And Stapleton's going to find a way to the inside of Ryan Kinghart. He's going to take 3rd away right there. And he's got it on the number 66.
Jonathan Wong is actually slowly closing back up into the tire tracks of Jonathan Logan at this point. I think Logan might have taken a wrong line at some point, but Wong has been able to just hold his line on the inside, being able to close in faster than Logan has been able to pull away.
Last year in this race, Micah Knapp led 35 laps before Annie Thomas got around him in lap 36 to take home the victory. So it could be a long time for Jonathan Logan up front. He could get that extra bonus point for leading the most laps, but near the end, you might see Jonathan Wong close in and possibly get around him for the lead. And Wong seems to have a pretty fast race car right now. And Logan way up the racetrack again with Wong running that lower line. He's closing in pretty fast on his 32. Trying to inch away at the 32 for the lead, but he actually lost a little bit there on that last lap. So these guys running about equal times on the racetrack. They get side by side. That might open the door for these guys. Ryan Kinghart back to the inside, and Nathan Stapleton. That is for the third position.
This really is becoming a two-horse race because Kinghart and Stapleton racing so hard just for third position. Wong and Logan will be able to just pull out to the victory at this point.
Of course, only one of them can get the win. Jonathan Wong doing all he can to close in. Trying to run a high line now, get the run off the corner, but that might not work out too well. Such a short racetrack, you don't really have enough time to work a run on the outside and get it to stick down the straightaways because before you know it, you got another turn right in front of you. So it's not working out too well for Jonathan Wong right now as he's fallen back slightly off of Jonathan Logan, our pole sitter. Very great run for him right now. Lauren Martinez was the leader on the restart. She has fallen back to the 5th position. Nathan Faden currently runs in the 6th position. Derek Hamill, Trey Wright. Got a battle here. Our last winner, Julius Anderson, is in the top 10 right now. Right behind Jonathan King, who currently runs in the 9th position. Anderson looking to take that away. And Anderson looking very strong here at South Boston, fresh off his victory at Daytona. Right now, it's looking pretty good for the number 23, and we have ourselves only a few laps left in this race. It is going to be only 8 laps to go this time by on the Herr's Potato Chips 200, and we got Trey Bartow, who is definitely not running as fast as the leaders, coming in the play here as Jonathan Logan closes in. There's any guy you want to be racing with, it's Trey Bartow. He's been in pretty much every single Chick-fil-A Cup Series race. He has been in every single Chick-fil-A Cup Series race, so he's got that experience, and I'd expect for him to let these guys by as they are battling for the lead. But we'll just have to see. You might try to let them by and still hold up the 32. It's a very narrow racetrack, and there's not going to be much room for these guys to get by once they catch up to Bartow. But they're going to catch up to him by the end of this race, I can tell you that much.
Closing in even more at this point, Logan has to hope that he's going to be able to pass Trey Bartow at a good point, practically on the exit of turns 2 and 4, so we can get a run off of the straightaways to be able to pass him before anything happens. And we're going to have the lap traffic on the inside through 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Jonathan Wong runs wide in 3 and 4, and Logan is able to clear the lap traffic and practically is sealing the deal for the victory right here because he has a car of lap traffic between him and Jonathan Wong.
Yeah, Nick Smith came off the racetrack right there, and that completely messed up Jonathan Wong. He is not going to be too happy with that number 7. That was the opportunity for him to close in. Logan was passing the 18, and that's going to seal it most likely here at South Boston. Jonathan Wong's going to get a good run here in the number 34, but it's going to be Jonathan Logan in victory lane here in the Herr's Potato Chips 200, giving that something freak does not happen in this final lap. It's going to be the white flag next time by here at South Boston for Jonathan Logan in the number 32. Will he get his first career Napa fan win?
He has been able to hold practically a second on Jonathan Wong. It is looking pretty clear and evident that Logan will get that first career victory.
Off of turn 4, Jonathan Logan wins at South Boston in the Herr's Potato Chips 200. A great run there for the 32 here tonight. And he's going to get that extra bonus point for leading the most laps as well. Great run for Jonathan Logan. And Nick Smith is going to be a bit of an enemy to Jonathan Wong at this point because that 34 got held up there as Jonathan Logan was passing Trey Bartow, so Wong's not going to be too happy with the number 7, I can tell you that much, but still a great points day for Jonathan Wong, and a very good points day for Jonathan Logan. Maximum amount of points here tonight, so he gets to get 39 towards the championship with this victory here at the Sobo Speedway. That's how they line up for the official standings here tonight in the Herr's Potato Chips 200. Logan the winner with Jonathan Wong, Ryan Kinghart, Nathan Stapleton, Nathan Faden the top 5. Lauren Martinez fell back to 6th. Derek Hamill, Julius Anderson, Trey Wright, and Nick Kennedy. The top 10. Great run for Anderson after winning last week. He might be the points leader at the end of the day. And one guy out of the race was Isaac Redman. Nick Smith, we saw the issues he had, and Trey Bartow. All three of those guys were involved in that accident, and they all finished in the final 3 positions here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. But either way, Jonathan Logan the winner here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Tomorrow morning, it's the Lilly Trucking 200 from the Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. That's going to be a fast 26-lapper there, but it's also going to be a good one. And I'm looking forward to seeing who gets it done after Kukulon's victory at Daytona. And next week for the ARCA Series, it's the, whatever that sponsor is, it starts with a Z200 at Michigan. You might know how to pronounce that, John. I don't know if you do or not.
Is it Justin Boston's old sponsor?
I think it might be. It starts with a Z, and then it's an O and an M. It sponsored the real Michigan ARCA race this year. I forget how to pronounce it. I haven't taken the time and effort to pronounce it, but we'll figure that out when we get to next week at the Michigan International Speedway for the ARCA Racing Series, presented by Krispy Kreme. Thank you guys very much for watching. On behalf of John R, congratulations to Jonathan Logan on the victory. And here are the point standings for the ARCA Racing Series, presented by Krispy Kreme. I will see you guys later.
Hold on for a second. If words can be weapons, then what I say can affect it. They're not just words on a record, and I can choose to respect it or choose to infect it. But once it hits the water, it's too late to be selective. Cause one voice is enough to make sleeping giants wake up, to make armies put their hands up and watch whole nations stand up. It's one belief, one spark.